Imagine living with someone for 15 years. You feed them, protect them, talk to them every single day, and yet you still have absolutely no idea what they're thinking. They ignore your voice. They stare at you without blinking. They casually knock your favorite mug off the table, then watch it shatter without a hint of regret. Sometimes they even hunt when they aren't hungry. Independent, silent, unpredictable. So when scientists announced they'd created a psychopathy test for cats, the internet had only one response. Well, that explains everything. But did science really prove that cats are psychopaths? Or did we completely misunderstand what the research was trying to say? Today, we're separating the science from the myth.
Let's be honest. Cats have terrible public relations. Dogs are called loyal. Horses are called noble. Dolphins are called intelligent. Cats? They're called rude, selfish, manipulative, tiny furry villains. And if you've ever shared your home with one, you've probably understood why. They ignore commands, disappear for hours, wake you up at 3 in the morning, and somehow convince you it was your fault. It's almost as if they don't care what we think. And then, in 2022, a scientific study appeared. And suddenly, those old jokes didn't seem so ridiculous anymore.
Researchers at the University of Liverpool developed something called the Cat TriPlus, a questionnaire inspired by personality research in humans. Instead of asking whether a cat was good or bad, it measured personality traits linked to 3 categories: boldness, meanness, and disinhibition, which simply means acting without much restraint. Cat owners completed the questionnaire based on their pets' everyday behavior. The goal wasn't to diagnose cats with a mental disorder. It was to understand why different cats behave differently. But that's not how the internet heard it. Instead, headlines everywhere declared, "Scientists prove cats are psychopaths." It was catchy, it was clickable, and it completely missed the point. The word psychopath carries a lot of baggage. Most people picture someone dangerous, someone cold, someone without empathy. But psychology doesn't use the word that way. Researchers were borrowing a framework, not giving cats a human diagnosis. Take boldness. For a cat, being bold might simply mean walking into a strange room without hesitation. Meanness doesn't mean enjoying cruelty. It often reflects how tolerant a cat is of unfamiliar people or animals. And impulsivity? That's simply reacting quickly, without stopping to think. None of these traits are good, none are bad. They're simply different ways of navigating the world. The study wasn't asking which cats are evil. It was asking, why do cats have different personalities? That's a very different question.
To understand a cat, you have to forget everything you know about dogs. Dogs evolved in packs. They survived by cooperating, communicating, working together. Cats took a different path. They became solitary hunters. Every successful hunt depended on patience, silence, perfect timing. There was no pack to rely on, no leader to follow. Every decision was their own. Over thousands of generations, their brains adapted to a life where independence meant survival. That ancient survival strategy still exists today, even if your cat spends most of the afternoon sleeping on a blanket.
Now think about the behaviors we complain about. Your cat ignores you. Maybe it isn't being disrespectful. Maybe it simply hasn't evolved to obey commands. Your cat stares at you. That isn't necessarily creepy. It's gathering information, reading your body language, watching your movements. Your cat knocks objects off the table. It looks deliberate, sometimes it is, but curiosity is one of the strongest instincts any predator can have. A moving object, an unfamiliar sound, a different texture. A cat explores all of it with its paws. Even playing with prey, something many people find unsettling, is rooted in instinct. It's practice, it's precision, it's survival, not malice. So, are cats actually psychopaths? No. The study never proved that.
What it really showed is that every cat has its own personality. Some are fearless. Some are cautious. Some are highly social. Others prefer their independence. What humans often mistake for coldness is simply the mind of an animal shaped by millions of years of evolution. Cats were never designed to think like us, and maybe that's exactly what makes them so fascinating. The next time your cat ignores you, don't ask, "Why is my cat being difficult?" Ask instead, "What makes that behavior useful from a cat's point of view?" Because understanding an animal's mind doesn't begin when it behaves like a human. It begins when we finally stop expecting it to. If you enjoyed this journey into animal psychology, subscribe to Wild Cognition. Because every animal has a story, and science often tells a far more fascinating one than the myths ever could.